A caring ministry faithfully serving neighbors in the greater Lafayette community, Caregiver Companion is a network of interfaith volunteers who strive to improve the quality of life for caregivers of the sick and disabled, as well as to provide assistance to those who desire to remain in their homes.
Well, probably 7 or 8 years ago, my mother was staying with me, and I was still working full-time, so I had some help coming in, but I just needed a little extra. And I found out about Caregiver Companion through Area 4, and they were wonderful in sending volunteers in just to sit with her. So that would allow me time to go do some shopping and take care of some chores and get back in and know that she was safe. Well, she really enjoyed the volunteers. There were several students that came, and she just thought that they were the cutest things, and they talked to her and made her feel so cared about, and it was important to her. And I think she felt better as well, knowing that someone was there to reach me if needed. I know that I was a better caregiver for her as a result of having that time away. And I could also take care of the jobs of my house by grocery shopping and all of those other things. I didn't have to worry about them because someone was there to take care of her. So yes, indeed. Well, first of all, they're volunteers, and a lot of caregivers just simply could not afford to pay to have someone come in. They're volunteers through a group who screen very carefully the people they send to your home. And they send some of the kindest, nicest people that you could ever find, who genuinely want to be there. You know they want to be there because they're not being paid to do so. And it's an amazing ministry. It really is. Well, I know it extended her life. I know it. My mom had been such an amazingly active woman for so many years. And then when she could no longer do those things, I don't think she would have survived anyplace else for the length of time she did with me, because she was well cared for, she was in her environment, and she was around people who loved her. And then she was safe. And safety means a lot when you're an older person who can't walk very well. Yes, it had been an idea for me for a while, but I'd never put the time in place. And then I had the time. So I just went in and said, I'd like to become a volunteer. And they take your information and all of these things they know about you. And they placed me with a couple that was close to my home, the Ohms. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful relationship. If you have something to do and your schedule has to change, they will provide a substitute for you. But I rarely change my schedule. I like to be with Dr. and Mrs. Ohm. You get detailed information, so you're aware of where you're going and what the situation may be. And if it's something outside of your realm of being comfortable with, they can substitute someone else. It may not be a perfect fit for you. Now, as it turned out, it was a perfect fit for me. But if it isn't, you're welcome to tell them, and they will make those changes accordingly. I think as a caregiver, it was eye-opening for me that someone would come and be with my mom just because they could. I thought that I would always have to pay someone to come do that. I mean, I even had to pay a friend to do it. But for someone to come and sit with her because they wanted to, and then to have someone call again and say, I'd like to come again, just to be with your mom. It was I just didn't know people would do that. I grew up seeing that in the South, but I didn't think it still happened. And then as a volunteer, it's just a relaxing, wonderful time to be with people that you get to know and you become fond of. And and to find you have so many things in common, but you would have never met otherwise. So it's a great experience.
Caregiver Companion needs your support. If you would like to volunteer or pledge financial support, please call 765-423-1879. Together, we can truly make a difference in our community. Thank you for your support.